Good evening. Getting old is like climbing a mountain. You get a little out of breath, but the view is much better. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Injas Career Expo 2023 kicked off. Bahrain to sign multi-million-dollar industrial projects. Bahrain Parliament to discuss Bahrainization plans during the session on Tuesday. 4,300 participants joined global dialogue at UNESCO to regulate digital platforms. Earthquake death toll surpassed 50,000 in Turkey and Syria. News in detail. Injas Career Expo 2023 kicked off. In the presence of the chairperson of the Board of Directors of Injas Bahrain, Her Highness Sheikha Hessa bint Khalifa Al Khalifa, Secretary General of the Higher Education Council, Dr. Sheikha Rana bint Isa Al Khalifa, opened the first edition of Injas Career Expo. Held under the patronage of Higher Education Council Secretary General, Injas Career Expo 2023 is organized at the American University of Bahrain by Injas Bahrain, a member of Injas Al Arab and Junior Achievement Worldwide, the largest global non-profit youth organization, in cooperation with a number of governmental and non-governmental entities. On the occasion, Her Highness Sheikha Hessa asserted that the Career Expo is in line with Injas Bahrain's goals of empowering Bahraini youth and preparing them to have a successful career in the future. She added that the Expo will provide an opportunity for over 1,000 primary and intermediate students to be informed about 7 professional fields, namely photography, chemical engineering, space science, design and goldsmithing, civil defense, interior design and decoration, detectives and forensics. Higher Education Council Secretary General said that the Career Expo will bring together more than 3,000 persons, including students, career consultants and business leaders under one roof, adding that over 25 companies and 13 universities will participate in the event, which will enable students to learn about the most career trends, communicate with specialists and explore opportunities that will help them develop their career in the future. Bahrain to sign multi-million-dollar industrial projects. Ministers from Bahrain, the UAE, Egypt and Jordan will meet tomorrow to sign multi-million-dollar agreements for various industrial projects. The meeting of the Higher Committee of the Industrial Partnership for Sustainable Economic Development will take place in Jordan's capital Amman, and representatives from the 4 countries will discuss the latest developments as well as joint projects. Royal Humanitarian Foundation Secretary General and Syrian Health Minister discussed needs of quake-affected Syrian citizens. Syrian Health Minister Dr. Hassan Al-Kabash has lauded His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's humanitarian stances towards the Syrian people. He praised the initiative of the kingdom's leadership, government and people to support those affected by the earthquake in his country, affirming the depth of Syrian-Bahraini relations. The minister made the statements while receiving here the Secretary General of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation, Dr. Mustafa Al-Sayed, marking the visit of a Bahraini delegation to deliver a Bahraini relief aid shipment to those affected by the recent earthquake in Syria. During the meeting, they discussed ways to enhance cooperation in the medical and relief field to serve those affected by the earthquake and coordination to deliver it to those who deserve it. Bahrain Parliament to discuss Bahrainization plans during the session on Tuesday. The government is pushing ahead with plans to ensure more jobs for citizens, with firms failing to achieve the Bahrainization quota paying BD 500 for every expatriate recruited above the stipulated limit, a top minister has said. Labour Minister Jamil Humaydan asserted that companies that breached the rule were also ineligible for government tenders. Approval for new public park plan in Salman Town. A new public park could be set up in Salman Town to provide a social outlet for residents of the new town after Bahrain's largest municipal council unanimously approved a proposal in this regard. The proposal, which was submitted by area councillor Muhammad Al-Dosari, aims to increase green areas in the constituency as well as fill the need of recreational spaces requested by residents. LMRA, NPR and Muharraq Police Directorate conducted joint inspection campaign. The Labour Market Regulatory Authority conducted a joint inspection campaign in the Muharraq Governorate in coordination with the Nationality, Passports and Residence Affairs of the Ministry of Interior and the Governorate's respective police directorate. The campaign resulted in reporting violations related to the labour market in residency laws. The cases were referred for legal action. LMR stressed its commitment to report any violation through a continuous and intensive inspection plan in coordination with the relevant government entities. Now we will be back after a very short break. The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination. Welcome back. King Salman Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center signed an agreement to enhance healthcare services for Syrian refugees and host community in Lebanon. Riyadh-based King Salman Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center has signed a cooperation agreement with the International Association for the Care of Victims of Wars and Disasters to enhance healthcare services for Syrian refugees and the host community in Acre province, Lebanon, expected to benefit as many as 100,000 individuals. The agreement, which took place on the sidelines of the 3rd Riyadh International Humanitarian Forum, currently ongoing in Riyadh, aims at providing healthcare services and psychological and social nutrition support for refugees and the host community, particularly children and those of special needs, so the press agency said. The agreement comes within the framework of KS Relief's ongoing enhancement of the healthcare system in Lebanon and supporting Syrian refugees and the needy in the country. 4,300 participants joined global dialogue at UNESCO to regulate digital platforms. The UNESCO Conference Internet for Trust, dedicated to discuss the draft global guidelines for regulating digital platforms and safeguarding freedom of expression and access to information, had gathered 4,300 participants in person and online. The conference brought to the table different stakeholders, including governments, independent regulators, digital companies, academia, The technical community and civil society, UNESCO said. Among the issues raised were how to make platforms more transparent and have content governance policies and practices consistent with human rights standards, striking a balance between artificial intelligence and human moderation, fostering greater engagement by civil society, youth influencers, and other actors in shaping an internet of trust. However, participants agreed that there are still many issues to discuss following a multi-stakeholder process, especially with actors from the global south. Earthquake death toll surpassed 50,000 in Turkey and Syria. The death toll from the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria that struck on February 6th surpassed 50,000 on Friday after Turkey declared more than 44,000 people died. The Disaster and Emergency Management Authority said the death toll in Turkey due to earthquakes rose to 44,218 on Friday night, Reuters reported. With Syria's latest announced death toll of 5,914, the combined death toll in the two countries rose to above 50,000. Indian National Congress to propose legislation against hate crime and religious discrimination. To tackle the menace of growing hate crimes in the country, Congress said that it will likely propose legislation. Congress is holding its 85th plenary party session at Rajpur in Chhattisgarh. Congress members added that the proposed law will also be a part of the party's manifesto for the 2024 general elections. A total of 56 points will be there in political resolution, said a senior party member. The Congress's political resolution will also propose an anti-discrimination law aimed to prohibit discrimination on the basis of religion, caste, gender or language in the supply of goods and services, the people cited above said. The political resolution will also fine-tune the party's stance on alliance and declare that alliances with like-minded parties will be led by Congress, said another party member. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I am Vinod Narayanan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.